Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're opening up one of the darkest, most painful dossiers in Argentina's history, the tragic 2011 disappearance and murder of 11-year-old Candela Sol Rodriguez.
Things immediately took a terrifying turn with this audio. It was an anonymous, absolutely chilling phone threat that basically stated, "Until the father returns the money, you will never see the girl again." That single call really set the tone for what would become one of the most convoluted and frustrating mysteries in recent memory.
So as we dive into this case file today, we're going to systematically navigate through these 6 crucial stages to try and untangle the massive labyrinth of this investigation.
Section 1. Disappearance in broad daylight. Let's set the scene in Villa Tisei, Hurlingham on August 22, 2011. When we map out the timeline, this is where it gets truly agonizing. At 3:30 in the afternoon, an 11-year-old girl simply vanished while waiting for her friends, and she was held alive for nearly 8 days. That nightmare timeline ended with the tragic discovery of her body in a vacant lot, literally just 30 blocks away from her own home.
To put the initial search operation into perspective, we are talking about a massive, staggering deployment. 1,600 police officers were out there, aggressively combing the streets. And they were backed up by 143 patrol cars, 16 tracking dogs, and even helicopters. Yet, somehow, inexplicably, the authorities entirely failed to locate her within that tiny radius. Section 2. Hypothesis 1. With the police spinning their wheels, the first major theory emerged, a mafia-style score to settle.
The crucial detail here is that Candela's father, Alfredo Rodriguez, was already locked up. He was serving time for organized cargo theft, known locally as asphalt piracy. Naturally, this pointed investigators straight toward a brutal underworld retaliation against his family.
Which brings us to this haunting question that completely baffled detectives. Was this a targeted mafia-style revenge plot meant to break her father? Or was it a ransom kidnapping that just went horribly, horribly wrong?
Section 3. Hypothesis 2. Drug trafficking. As the official investigation totally stalled, an even darker theory surfaced.
This was the San Martin connection. The theory suggested a complex plot orchestrated by a notorious local drug lord known as Mameluco Villalba. And the terrifying part? It alleged that he actually used police informants, like Hector Topo Moreda, alongside corrupt officers to pull off the kidnapping.
Section 4. Hypothesis 3. But authorities also had to seriously investigate a third angle: human trafficking. Think about the sheer logistics required to hide a child for over a week during a massive national manhunt. Officials realized that only a highly organized criminal syndicate or a trafficking network utilizing safe houses and Interpol-level evasion tactics could actually sustain such a long, quiet captivity under that kind of extreme pressure.
Section 5. Media circus and suspicions. While these theories were swirling, the environment outside the police station was turning into absolute chaos.
It morphed into a sensationalized 24/7 circus. Candela's mother, Carola Labrador, went on live national television and delivered this incredibly cryptic, defiant plea, saying that kidnappers knew exactly who she was and that she would find her daughter. Instantly, this sparked intense paranoia. Who exactly was she talking to? And what on earth was the family hiding?
And the judicial side of things? A total nightmare. We are talking about a terrifying pattern of irregularities. Testimonies were nullified in 2012, 8 initial suspects were just let go, and most chilling of all, the highly suspicious death of a key protected witness, Roberto Anazibel, who literally died in an explosion in 2013 after his police custody was inexplicably pulled. Section 6. 13 years of uncertainty. Let's look at the massive judicial fallout and the trials that took place over the next decade and a half. The verdicts show a completely fractured justice system. Back in 2017, Hugo Bermudez and Leonardo Jara got life in prison, and Fabian Gomez got 4 years. But fast forward to 2024, and key figures like Mameluco Villalba and Nestor Altamirano were shockingly absolved, basically collapsing the entire drug trafficking hypothesis due to lack of evidence.
The exhaustion was absolute. By 2024, Candela's own mother officially resigned as a plaintiff. She walked away from the courtroom completely disillusioned, publicly accusing the prosecutors of running a deliberate cover-up and planting false leads instead of finding the truth. So, after 13 long years, multiple trials, dead witnesses, and a mountain of redacted files, we are forced to close this explainer with one agonizing question that still echoes through Argentina today. Who really killed Candela Sol Rodriguez and why?